All right, online learners. We're going to talk about theme in literature, theme in fiction. Um, when we talk about theme, we're not really talking about nonfiction. We're more or less talking about fiction. Um, every writer, when they write a story, they're predominantly trying to tell the story. But then in the telling, they're also trying to communicate things about life. Um, the greatest teachers in the world, when they taught their lessons, they taught them through stories. If you think about Jesus, um, he constantly, when he was teaching about loving your neighbor or whatever else, he would say, well, let me tell you about the shepherd. Let me tell you about, and people would hear the story, and then they would gain a lesson from the story. Well, that's theme, okay, is the lesson learned. When I wrote my story, Goliath Catfish, a long time ago, I had several themes in there. Themes about, being courageous. Themes about, you know, reaching out and befriending someone of another race that's not like you, because the story was about two kids from different races in a time where racism was a big thing. So there was a lot of little themes and lessons that was in the story. Okay, now you need to understand something. Even though in literature, theme is a lesson, it's not always. In fact, most of the time, the lesson's never directly stated. It's something that you kind of gain as you're looking at the conflict, and also as you're looking at the main character and what the main character is going through. Okay, so for instance, let's take Hunger Games. Okay, Hunger Games, an incredible story about protecting those you love, because Katniss takes the place of her sister in the games. It's also about standing against evil as she stands against the Capitol, especially with all odds against her. There's lots of different lessons you can learn from the Hunger Games, and other great stories. Harry Potter. One of the reasons why kids like Harry Potter so much is that there's this overwhelming lesson of, someone can be great no matter their blood, no matter how they were born. You have this, group of magical people, then you have the non-magical people, and then you have magical people who were born of mixed parents, and there was this real hatred for those that weren't pure-blooded magicians in the book, and yet Harry befriends all those different kids and protects them and stands up for them. There's themes of courage and love and things like that. So when we're thinking about stories, and as we read The Outsiders, what are some of the major themes that come through? Now, here's the way some themes kind of look when you look at this next slide. If I'll get it to switch, and it's not switching. Oh, looks like it's... Oh, here's some examples. Here, I figured it out. Boom, there we go. Like, here's examples of theme, like love will set you free, or the human spirit will always triumph, or always follow your instincts. Everyone needs friends. I mean, so when you're thinking of theme, you're going to kind of think of them in this kind of way. They're big ideas, okay, big universal ideas. So if you remember in the announcements, I said that you were going to write on 3 themes in The Outsiders. And so what I want you to do is I want you to write, in a paragraph, the three major ideas that you think are being taught in The Outsiders. And I want you to give me examples of why you think that. So you're going to be defending your answer. Examples of why you think that those 3 themes, and we've talked about some of them, okay, here and there. You've probably heard me on videos talk about it here and there. So I want you to think about The Outsiders, and in your writer's notebook, okay, take about 5 minutes and write about 3 big ideas, 3 themes in The Outsiders, and give me examples of why you think that. Okay? All right. And then what you're going to be doing after this is reading chapter 12 and finishing the book. All right, guys. Have a good day.